Verbal Riot.
You know, I wasn't sure I wanted to talk about this today, but I'm starting to find that the topics I don't want to talk about are the ones that I usually should talk about. You know what I mean? It's the ones where I don't want to do them that always tend to, for some reason, do the best. And I really don't want to talk about this, but I kind of feel like I just need to. I feel like it's my place right now to talk about this. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about what's been going on social media lately, right? We have we had Carmelo Anthony in that whole situation. I did a video on Carmelo Anthony where I clearly stated I think he is guilty until he can prove that it was self-defense. He's guilty because with no proof, then you just stabbed a kid and you deserve to go to jail. It's that simple, right? And even though I did that video and I said exactly the words I'm saying right now, people still took it like you're defending Carmelo Anthony because he's black. I'm like, I just said the dude is guilty and should go to jail. What more do you need me to say about him? Right? Like, that's the question. Like, what more do I need to say? So now, you know, flash forward a couple of weeks, we have a new contender in the race economy, the racism economy, I should say, and that is in the form of a single mom named Shiloh Hendrickx. Shiloh Hendrickx has been making the news because she, and this is her right here with her baby, were at a park in Rochester, Minnesota, where supposedly, because again, there's no video of this, she said that a young black kid, like 5 years old, a 5-year-old black kid, was stealing out of her baby's toy bag, right? And so she called the little 5-year-old the N-word, right? Now, this is the story. And so some other people were there, Somalis, by the way, not actual black people, but like they look like they're like they look like they're from Somalia or Ethiopia or one of those countries. I don't know. But I think they said they're Somali. But they confronted her, right? They put a camera in her face and they were asking her, why would you say the N-word to a little boy? And she looked like she was trying to get away from them, which understandable. You have these weird guys in your face with a camera. Hey, I get it. You don't have to talk to them. Just go run. But then she said the word again, right? Because the guy asked her to, and she complied with no problems at all. And she said it again, right? And you could tell she's a little angry. And so after that, the clip went viral, right? And I do have the clip, so I'm going to play it because I want you guys to, see, judge for yourself. All right, here we go.
Did you call the word? It is my business. You call him an. Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Fuck you, nigga. All right, that's what you say. You're not digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck. Nobody digging through your shit. A little fucking kid just did, you dumb. That little kid, you call him a little child? What if he acts like one? He's gonna. Are you about to hit him? You chase him here? He took my son's stuff. So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old the N-word. If that's what he's gonna act. That's what you're gonna call him. That's what he's gonna act like. That's the hate speech, and you can be recorded for that. I don't give a shit. Huh. Fuck off. Okay, we'll see about that. What the internet has to say about you.
So there she is in 4K, right? Clearly saying the N-word several times, which it's not against the law. It's not against the law. She has the right to say whatever she wants. Look, I'm a free speech advocate. I believe in free speech, and I'm not saying she shouldn't say it or she can't say it. Obviously, you want to be careful who you say it around because not everybody's going to respond, in a kind way, right? I mean, look, just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should do something. I think by now, in human civilization, we should know this already, guys. Just for survival instincts, we should know there's a time and place to say things, but whatever. I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt of having common sense. So this went viral. This went crazy. People were up in arms that this woman had the nerve to use the N-word, right? And I watched the video myself. I watched it and I thought, yeah, this doesn't make her look good. But at the same time, whatever, you know, this is small news. It'll go away. It's not even that big of a deal. Little did I know, people took to this and they wanted to make a statement. They wanted to be heard, right? And they all of a sudden she had this huge fan base of people who are applauding her for saying the N-word, right? Now, what's funny is, and I'm going to get to this later in the video, the two guys who are recording her are, you know, they say that they were let's just say predators, right? Child predators. I'm gonna get back to that story in a minute, but just so you know. But when this video was being recorded, no one knew who those guys were. They just saw her acting a fool, right? Now I get it. You know, if your stuff is, if someone is stealing your stuff, especially like a kid, 5 years old, man, yeah, you correct them, you know, call him a punk or something for doing what he does, but like, you know, her first impulse was to go to the N-word. Again, her choice. Her choice. Not a law. It's not illegal to say that word. So whatever. And to give her to the benefit of the doubt, what I did was I thought, well, look, let me put myself in her situation. She's angry, she's pissed, she has some weird guy in her face she doesn't recognize, and you know, he's, you know, confronting her about being a racist, right? And so maybe out of anger she spoke out, and you know, people do wild shit when they're angry. So I was like, yeah, that could be the case. And then I saw this picture. Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah, then I saw this. So this is a picture that she posted on social media like days after the event, where she is taking all these pics of her username along with the N-word underneath, so that you know it's her, right? And then I realized what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. This is a scam. This is another racial scam, because what's happening is someone started a give send go account. It's like GoFundMe. It's a crowdfunding account. Set it up in her name. I think she even set it up, I think. And what she's telling everyone is she's gotten doxxed and she's getting death threats and she needs money to like move her family, right? So sure, okay, even though no proof, no evidence of this happening. But okay. Apparently, and when I say this word, guys, please understand the people I'm talking about are clearly that just from shit I've read that they wrote. So clearly, like a bunch of racists took to her account and just started sending her a bunch of fucking money, like a lot of money. Like, I mean, I think right now it's almost at $700,000. This is how much she's made off of this, right? Now, again, going back to this picture, see, in the video, you could say, oh, she was angry. She was, you know, rattled. She was this or that. She was in shock. And that's why you can give her whatever excuse you want, right? It doesn't matter. But then when she takes a picture like this, it's like it's kind of like the equivalent of like an OnlyFans model trying to lure you in. You get what I'm saying? It's a thirst trap. It's a thirst trap for racists, really. I mean, that's really what this is. You know, her saying the word, I mean, God, I mean, who knows? I mean, dudes are probably jacking off to that video of her saying the N-word over and over because it's literally become almost like a fetish. I don't know. See, guys, my thing is, what people do, I don't really care about this. What I'm caring about is the money part of this. The money. There is big business in this racism game because everybody who's contributing to her has something racist to fucking say in their comments as they're sending her money. Now, I know what you're going to say. What about Karmelo Anthony? Karmelo Anthony had, you know, killed a kid, and people were saying that it's okay to kill white people. No, but I will say this. I called that out too. People donating to Karmelo Anthony are just as stupid as people sending money to this woman. Karmelo Anthony does not deserve $500,000 that he's raised from donations. He did what he did, and it's on him and his lawyer to prove otherwise. And the people who donated to Karmelo Anthony are morons. But here's what's funny about that. I guarantee you the majority of the people who donated to Karmelo Anthony were white liberals. Because like I said, black folks, we don't really do the crowdfunding like that. Some do. And we'll do it if we're supporting a friend who has a business, or we'll do it if it's just somebody who we fuck with, who, you know, we like their products, we like what they sell, and we want to support it. We do stuff like that. But just sending money for a cause like that, no, absolutely not. Guarantee you, if you look at his give send go account, you're going to see that it's probably mostly white liberals, because I looked at it myself and that's what I saw. Now, there were so many that I wasn't going to go through the whole thing, but just from the ones I saw, majority was white. But the way some of y'all are promoting it, it's like, you know, black people are supporting the blacks, so we're going to support the whites. And it's like, you guys are not seeing the forest for the trees here, man. And the problem with all of this for me is not even so much all the stuff that's happened. It's the fact that you guys are continuing to fall for the bait. This is bait, guys. We're being had. We're being tricked into this. All these videos you're seeing of, like, you know, racial tensions and, you know, racial attacks. This is all coordinated for a lot of different reasons, not just financial. How do you keep eyes off the government? You create problems within the people, right? We know this, guys. We've seen this already. And we still fall for this. Right? And I know, look, white guys, let me let me just tell you that I understand. You know, straight white men especially, you guys have had a rough go of it. If we're being honest, you guys have had a rough go of it of late, right? Things haven't really been as, you know, catering to y'all as it used to be, you know? I get it. No, and I laugh because it's, but I get it. Sure. But making stupid people famous for doing stupid shit, making someone rich to set a example, like, to say that this is in response to Karmelo Anthony, okay, that was stupid, right? That situation was completely moronic. This one is just as bad. Now, as far as the guys who recorded this video, right? That's the other thing people are bringing up. They're bringing up the two Somalis that recorded Shiloh Hendrickx saying those words, and it turns out that from what they've said, these two men so these two guys, Sharmaki Bale Omar and Muhammad Hussein Omar. I don't know if they're brothers or cousins or whatever, but these two guys, obviously very Muslim of some kind. These two dudes are the ones who recorded her, and they're saying that they were, you know, charged with raping a teen girl. So they're disgusting animals, right? I mean, if this is true, then they should be in jail. What are they doing at a park? And I understand that. People are asking that question. Why are these guys even at a park? You know what? This happened in Rochester, Minnesota. Minnesota is a very liberal state. I don't know what to tell you. They let criminals roam free. Same with California and every other liberal state. That's why these guys were there. But I did some digging into these guys, because I'm like, okay, but who are these guys? And yeah, why were they at a park, and why were they recording her? You know, then I find out about their charges, and I'm like, well, this is horrible, right? And then I found information that said that both cases for Shamarke and for Muhammad, both cases were dismissed. They were dismissed. Now, I don't know what that means as far as, does it mean they weren't guilty? Why did the judge dismiss this? Now, what I did read was that the judge said he didn't have enough information to convict them. And I guess that can mean a lot of different things. There wasn't enough evidence. What can you do? I've been born, or I was, from the time I was a child, I have this gift, right? I have this gift of foresight, and I'm not high, I'm not drunk, and I'm not bragging. I just do. I'm able to see things a lot of people don't. Like, I don't know. I could just get to the bullshit a lot faster than most people. And I'm telling you right now, this reeks of manipulation. Someone is orchestrating all of this to keep us fighting, and we fall for the bait every fucking time it happens. I mean, if you look at this, right? I mean, right now there is a race going on, like a tally of who's going to make more money, Shiloh Hendrickx or Karmelo Anthony. There is a, they're keeping track. And I've seen several posts where they're like, "Come on, we got to get our girl to $1 million." So guys, again, you're going to give this chick $1 million because she said the N-word. But it's about what it represents. No, I know what it represents. Again, you're going to give $1 million, $1 million to this girl because she said the N-word. I mean, basically, that's literally what you're doing. Just like no one should be giving Karmelo Anthony money for putting a knife in a kid. That is insane to me. But again, who's contributing? I want you all to think about this for a second. Okay? I want you to think about all the crazy shit you see on X. Let me close this for a minute. I want you to think of all the crazy shit you see on X, okay? All the racial stuff, this and that. And I want you to be honest, not with me, because you could lie to me all you want. Be honest with yourself. How much of your day-to-day life, you go into the store, you go into work, you go into happy hour with your buddies, how much of your day-to-day life really reflects what you see on X or any other social media platform, Blue Sky? You get what I'm trying to say. Social media. How much of your life really reflects it? Because I'm willing to bet not even 10%. Probably not even 5%, if I'm being honest. So why do you fall for this stuff so easy? Right? It's that bait. It's the bait. And I understand the bait. Look, guys, I get it. The bait is sweet, right? That rage bait, it is like lobster with the butter sauce just dripping off the tail, right? Like that bait is juicy. That bait is something you could sink your teeth into, because in reality, right, your life is probably very frustrated. I get it. The economy sucks. You got bills. Every time you go to the grocery store, you're paying a king's ransom just for like a few items. You got a car you got to take care of. You got family you got to take care of. I get it. And it's frustrating. And you need something to direct that frustration, right? And then there's that bait. Ooh, and then you see that bait, man, and it's juicy. You just latch on to it. Because now you can direct your anger and your frustration onto that bait. Guys, we're being played. We're being had. Someone's, I should say, with a lot of money and a lot of power is orchestrating this, and we are falling for it every single time. This isn't tinfoil hat shit I'm talking about, guys. This is a conspiracy theory. This is fact. Because you know what is facts? In that video with Shiloh Hendrickx, we don't see her call a 5-year-old anything, right? We don't see anything that happens before or after that video, that clip. This could all be bullshit. This could all be fake. This could have all been a plan. She could be literally probably fucking the Somali guys. Right? Because best believe there are people who know how to work this system. There are people who know how to make shit go viral. Trust me on that. It's an art. It's an art. Not everybody has the gift, but they know how to do it. We don't know anything. Just like with Karmelo Anthony, we don't know anything about what happened really in those moments because there's no video. There's no evidence. And we can't just take people at their word. We can't, right? We can't. Anyway, guys, I don't like these videos because I feel like they can be divisive. But I feel like we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to stop falling for it, man. Because I feel like we're heading into a pretty bad place. And I don't know if you guys feel that either, but I just do. I feel like we're heading into a terrible place. But anyway, that's going to be it for me, guys. Please tune in Thursdays at 6 p.m. for VRL. We are back. I will be talking about probably some of this on Thursday and some other topics. Next week, I'll probably have a guest on, so that should be fun. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys soon.